Is it echoing?
I have no idea. Hi, everyone. It's me, Lance. I'm here with Anna, and we're doing a Pokemon tier list on which Pokemons are some of the best pets.
It's echoing because of the a second apart.
Yeah.
Oh,
We Gucci.
we're good. Okay. Hello, Wheatley on my side. Anna, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Anna Dalna. I'm a VTuber. I stream primarily on YouTube, but I do stream on Twitch from time to time. I'm a Dhampir, which is half human, half vampire. I really like Pokemon, and I'm excited to be here.
Oh, and for people on Anna's side who don't know who I am, I'm Lance, or SuccuLance, or some people call me Succu, but let's not get into that. I'm a cactus from space. Probably, maybe, who knows? I also love Pokemon. They are some of the cutest things in existence, and I would so gladly commit atrocities for some of them. That gets into our tier list. So, if you can see, we have at the top tier, S tier, I would commit AZ for them. If you don't know, AZ is, well, he's a 300 or 3,000-year-old man who really loved his, was it a Flabette?
I think it was a Floette.
A Floette. So he loves his Floette so much, he committed genocide for it. And that's what we do for some Pokemon. Second, we have treats on command. That means whenever they want it, we will give them treats. Rolling up to the Pup Cup, rolling up and getting them a Pup Cup anytime they want. Following that, we have top manners. Sure, they're an indoor pet. Sure, we love them, but we have to teach them manners. They can't go on tables, they can't climb on the bed. There's just a few things they can't do, but we still love them regardless, and they're inside. Following that, we have the outside pet. Sure, they're great, we love them, but we can't really keep them indoors. We're not always giving them treats in the commands, and they're kind of staying outside. It's kind of like having a horse. You might love your horse, but you're not keeping it inside the house, and it's not climbing up into bed with you. Then, third from the bottom, we have put them to work. These Pokemon, well, sure they're pets, but they're not really the greatest suitable for like cuddling and giving treats. It might be like a Machoke or Machamp. You give them like a construction job, that kind of stuff. And then we have our two least favorite tiers. Put that thing back where it came from, or still help me. That's self-explanatory. And then the last one is the Slugma Swirly. This tier is reserved strictly for Pokemon who don't deserve our love, and we will swirly into the side of a Slugma. Yes. And with that, I don't know how many gens we're going to be doing today. It might be 1, it might be 2, it might be 3. But there's a lot of very good Pokemon here. And I believe, I don't know if their Megaforms are here as well. We'll have to find out eventually.
We'll find out eventually, yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Do you have anything to
let's
add to
see.
that, Anna?
I was going to ask if there's a Pokemon that you immediately want to put into would commit AZ for, because I do have one in mind.
Well,
But we can get to that when we get to that.
yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. So, let's start off.
I think I'm... So, I'm just gonna say hi to chat real quick. Vibing today, Roblox boy. But yeah, as Lance said, I think we're gonna see how far we can get in about 2 hours. I'm thinking maybe we can cover like gens 1, 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, maybe 3.
So, hello, Flash.
Yes, hi Flash, welcome. I
I
got
love
a
Flash.
Pokedex too.
Oh, yes. Hydropple better be up there, Annie. Our friendship relies on it. That'll be a few days from now.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, I'm gonna pull up Bulbapedia since you mentioned the Pokédex.
Because as cute and fun as some of these Pokemon are, their dex entries do make them suspect.
Yeah.
For example, we're not going to get them to them today, probably, but Drifloon is very suspect. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Drifloon seems like a bit of a threat.
Yeah, I don't know how I can associate with youngling abductors.
It does a little bit of kidnapping.
It does. Anyways, let's start off with the best boy, the best first Pokemon, Bulbasaur.
I think Bulbasaur is adorable. I think it's the cutest of the 3 starters. I don't really think it's that big of a threat if you were to let it be inside, because it just has seeds, so it's not gonna, like, spore all over the place. I'd probably do treats on command for it.
I think so too. I agree with that. I do have a Bulbasaur Build-A-Bear, and it is very huggable in like the weirdest kind of fashion. Like, a good example is if you ever cuddled with your cat, and how it has like, you know, cats have a weird shape. They have 4 legs and they kind of walk around. It's kind of like having a cat rest its arm on your arm as you hug it. I feel so straight up to treats on command. And I do think we might rearrange them in order, like being, you know, closest to the left side, right side, left side, are the bestest of the best, or the worstest of the worst. No, sorry, the best is the best. Top of its tier. How do you feel about Ivysaur? That thing is slightly bigger.
Yeah. I was looking at Bulbasaur's height and weight. It's 2'4", but that's probably from like its feet to the top of its bulb, not length. And it weighs 15 pounds. Ivysaur, whoops, that pulled up the picture of it. Ivysaur is 3'3" and 28 pounds. It'd be like a big dog. I don't know if I'd still do treats on command. I think it would be like a good top manners Pokemon.
I do believe that too. Like, that's average size. Like, you do remember that some Pokemon can get like almost double their weight and sometimes like a half of their weight. So if you got like a big Ivysaur, then it is like a big Ivysaur. If you're tripping over that thing in the middle of the night, you are face planting and hurting and skinning your knees.
Yeah.
A good top manners. It can't come on the bed anymore, but I will let it inside and it can like maybe come on the sofa.
Yeah. You got a nice little dog bed for it.
Oh, definitely. Now, last in its generation, Venusaur.
Venusaur's pretty big. I don't think I would be able to keep it inside. I don't even think it can get inside unless you have like a special door.
No, it probably can't. Like, this thing is usually around 6 feet tall. It is a big, hefty lad.
Yeah. So I think just because of its side, it would have to be an outside pet.
Oh, definitely. That and, like, its flower might be nice and all, but I can't imagine how much pollen it would produce.
Yeah. It'll probably attract some Pokemon, though, you don't really want nearby.
I prefer not to have, like, a gaggle of Heracross just invade my home.
Yeah. There's a first Phantom Core on the server. Ooh, I'll check that out later, Dank. Thank you for letting me know.
Alright, a good outside pet Pokemon.
Yeah, and all of its dex entries just says it likes to be in the sun time.
Well, even better for
or
it.
Sunlight. So, I think it would want to be an outside pet.
Probably, yeah, definitely. You'd have to build like a little barn for it though in the winter, if you have like bad winters.
I don't really like that picture of it with its bulb closed. gonna be honest.
Yeah, it needs to have the big bulb. Alright, would you like to discuss the Charmander line?
Yes, Charmander was my first starter. I think it's cool. The big problem is the burning tail. And
yes.
I'm pretty sure there's some dex entries about how it can't control its fire sometimes. I'm not sure about that, but I don't know if it'd be safe to have it like sleep on the bed or be on the couch and stuff. I think it's fine to keep it indoors and teach it manners, but as much as I would love to, you can't have it sleep on the bed.
Oh, definitely. So I agree with that fully. It needs to be taught manners if it wants to stay inside the house, but I would not have it outside though, because it might be bad for it. Like, what if it rains, you know?
Exactly.
If I keep it as an outside Charmander, it needs to have its own, like, enclosure to make sure it's safe. But as being, like, a small little Charmander, it's gotta have to, like, be taught manners.
Yeah. I don't know if you can bathe the Charmander.
Probably
It
not.
might make it faint.
Yeah. I mean, you
I'm
can...
sure they have a way to clean themselves.
Maybe like a cat. Maybe it does lick itself. Maybe it takes sand baths.
Ooh, like a chinchilla.
Yeah.
Well, for Charmeleon, I feel like a Charmeleon is kind of like a rowdy teenager, because one, it looks like it. Yeah, razor sharp claws. It gets excited from fighting. It's very hot-headed, barbaric. I think it would be safe to keep it outside.
I think so too. At this stage in its life, it's probably smart enough to realize that if it's raining, it probably shouldn't stay out in the rain. Versus like
Yeah.
Charmander, where it's, you know, it's a little fella.
Yeah. Obviously, you know, with it being an outside pet, that doesn't mean that you don't love it and you don't care for it. Just with Charmeleon and Venusaur's sake, not really safe to keep them indoors.
I'd probably be like more concerned about its tail as well. The Dex entry does say its
Yeah.
tail burns much hotter. So
Yeah.
maybe even in rain it'll be fine, so long as it's not like a torrential downpour or it's being attacked by, I don't know, a bunch of Swingles or something.
Yeah. I would probably have a barn for it with, you know, just a safe area for it to be in for its fire.
That's something with a lot of these Pokemon too, now that I'm thinking. You'd have to have special homes for them outside of your home, for at least some of them when they're too big or something.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how certain Pokemon are taken care of, because Sharp Claws, Super Hot Tail, it would need, like, fire-resistant area and, like, a way to let out its aggression. Maybe even, like, a scratching post.
Oh yeah, just a big old scratching post for the Charmeleon.
Mm-hmm. And it's also 3 feet tall, so...
I
you know,
mean,
it's kind
if you really wanted to, I'm sure you could pick it up and like carry it around.
Yeah.
It is
Why is
only
it not-
41 pounds. It's not too heavy.
Huh. It's not showing my Twitch chat with Restream.
Oh, that's weird.
Problematic. Oh, now it is. How to Train Your Dragon is a good thing to think about in terms of how handling this kind of thing could go. Oh yeah, so you did type that a while ago. My bad. So moving on to Charizard. Charizard is 5'7". It's an inch shorter than I am. And we pounds. What's up?
It's funny that it is an inch shorter than you. It's like quite a bit shorter than me, but again, that's the average size Charizard. Like you can probably get some that are smaller, and you can probably get some that are much taller.
Yeah. So you're a pretty tall cactus then. Well, cacti do get pretty big.
Well, I'm a 6-foot tall cactus, not including my pot.
Jesus.
Sanguaro
There you go.
cactuses can get up to like a couple meters, not a couple meters, like I guess to like a 1-story house kind of tall or more.
Oh my god, 40 feet tall?
Yeah,
That's huge. That's crazy.
it's pretty much a tree.
Yeah? Spits fire that is hot enough to melt boulders, known to cause forest fires unintentionally. I honestly, with also what is it, Pokemon Sun and Moon, and I think even in Let's Go, those are working Pokemon.
They are working Pokemon. I'm pretty sure if my Charizard can cost me to have to pay extra tax dollars for public destruction, I'm sure it can go get itself a job delivering mail or something, or even going to work in a foundry.
Oh yeah. I almost feel bad putting it into the put them to work category, but I think that they would want to keep busy.
Oh,
I think Ash's Charizard from the anime is not really a good representation of it, because his Charizard was just really lazy and just wanted to fight constantly.
yeah.
I like to think that it grew up and, has its temper under control.
It is a giant fire-breathing dragon. Well, not giant, like a medium-sized fire-breathing dragon. I'm sure it does want to keep active and keep entertained. So giving it a job, although it may not seem like the best thing for a pet to have a job, it's probably the best thing for a Charizard to have a job. Just like, I don't know, how oxen used to need, no, some animals need to have jobs. Like, what are those dogs called? Sheepdogs. They need to work. They cannot not work.
And there are those Saint Bernards
Oh yeah, those two.
that they use in cold areas for like rescue stuff. So, yeah, I think putting it to work would be both good for it and good for you. And it'll come home, it'll rest in its little barn, you'll give it some pets and some love. And you could honestly also use it to fly around.
Yeah. Again, though, like the
So-
put them to work tag doesn't mean that we hate them. It's just that this is probably the best place we can have our pet be. We love them
Yeah.
still. We just have to put them to work because it's probably best for them and best for us.
Yeah. I feel like the put that thing back where it came from or so help me, that is the line of I do not like this Pokemon, and Slugma Swirly is hate.
Yes, those are the lines.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about Squirtle and its line?
Well, honestly, I quite really love the Punk Squirtle gang. It's really funny. It's kind of interesting to see a bunch of little turtles just walk around and just gang, but it's also like they're cute, they're turtles. You do want to just protect them even though they have their own little shells.
Yeah. I don't know if I would commit AZ for it. It is very cute. But I think it would be Treats on Command.
Definitely Treats on Command. Not above Bulbasaur though. I do like my Bulbasaur quite a lot. But
yeah.
this is something that I can see like collectors having a whole pond full of Squirtles just because they love them so much.
They're cute. They just like to have fun.
Yeah. And then, they're really good for, I guess, gardeners as well. You have a Squirtle, it's just generating water.
Yeah. And just because it's Treats on Command doesn't mean that it can't work as well. Have you seen, I think it was from the official Pokemon, where there's a guy with a Squirtle on his lap and the Squirtle is playing on his phone.
Oh, I've seen that. It's, he was on the subway and, like, the Squirtle is just playing on its phone. It was in a card, but I don't remember which card it was on.
Here we go. This dude letting his Squirtle play on his phone while riding the subway is the backbone of our society. He's just holding it like a baby.
Oh, it's not a card. It's part of the anime. That is really cute. I'll hold on.
Is it storming outside? That's the second time the power has flickered.
That's not good. I hope you have a UPS.
UPS?
Universe, or I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. It's a UPS, and it just like if your power dies, it shows up. So for all those who don't actually know, I'm showing my chat the picture of the guy holding a Squirtle like a baby on the subway. Yeah, uninterruptible power source.
Okay, I don't think we have that.
No, they're like $300 a pop. Most people don't have them unless they're doing like IIT or tech stuff.
It's not gonna rate it.
Look at your phone screen. Or your buddy screen.
Don't read it.
Yes, this is the Squirtle. Everyone.
How jacked was he to hold it like that? Is Squirtle heavy?
No, Squirtle's not heavy.
It's a foot tall and 20 pounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
so 20 pounds. That's like holding some groceries.
I mean, your arms might get tired after a bit of doing it, but
I'm sure
him
like
holding it like that, I'm sure he does it a lot. So.
yeah. I mean, it's also clinging to you, so it probably takes some of the weight off. At least your arm.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about War Turtle.
I think it's around the same kind of level as a Charmeleon. It is getting rowdier. But I think I can still teach it manners.
Yeah. I think it's cute, like... It's like a preteen. I like the wings on its head. I don't know why it has that, but I think that's cute. And its tail is really cool, too. It looks like waves.
It does. Yeah, my chat feels weird about War Turtle, too. It is a good fella, but its design really is middle stage.
Yeah. Would you put it above Charmander or below?
Below Charmander.
Yeah, that's fair. Charmander's just a cute little guy.
The
wings make it faster. You make a good point.
Hydrodynamic turtle. I'd also like to bring this up. A lot of these starter Pokemon have an 87% chance to be male, so they are mostly little fellas, not little fellaettes.
I mean, when I say little dude is gender neutral.
Oh, it is. But I'm just, for clarification, so everyone knows.
Oh, yeah.
Most of these fellas will be actual fellas.
Absolutely. I do tend to go off of both their gender ratio and just kind of how they look. So we'll get to it when we get to it, but Jolteon, that's my little Sparky boy.
Yep.
And I think Eevee
too.
has a higher male ratio, but
I think
it's my little Sparky boy.
Eevee's male ratio is also the same as starters, 70% or something.
Yeah. Hard to say.
All right, now the Blastoise. I'm feeling this guy is the same kind of vein as a Charizard. It's gonna want to do things.
Yeah. When I think of Blastoise, I think of that scene from the anime where he's washing the car. Yes, he tears the roof off of it, but he's cleaning cars.
I'm really thinking Pokemon Unite here. I don't play Pokemon Unite, but I do know about Blastoise's firefighter style. And I feel
Yeah.
like every single firefighter is gonna have a Blastoise. It's just too good not to have. Water cannons.
Looks so dapper.
He does. He is the fashionable boy. Everyone loves a man in uniform.
So, I apologize. What were you saying?
Oh, I just said everyone loves a man in uniform.
Oh, yeah.
So I think
Blastoise is just a bloke?
He is a bloke.
British.
I'm honestly gonna put Blastoise ahead of Charizard when it comes to put them to work.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Charizard is just working because it needs something to do. Blastoise, I genuinely think it would enjoy working.
Oh, definitely. Can you imagine just rolling up to a school with your Blastoise in firefighter apparel, and then all these kids just sliding down its back and it going to fire scenes as well, and just utterly cleaning up shop.
You got a forest fire that Charizard actually accidentally started. That Blastoise is just gonna get in its shell, spin, and Hydro Pump, and it's gone.
It's done. I think Blastoise and Charizard would be besties, though.
Oh, yeah. And Venusaur's there, too. He's just chilling, soaking up the sun.
Big chill.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get to the first of the bugaboos. Caterpie.
I think Caterpie is cute. I think that's about as far as that goes, though, for me.
I personally don't know how I feel about Caterpies. They can kind of just vibe, but
Yeah.
they are a foot tall or long. I don't hate them, and I don't like. I don't know.
I think I'd put it in top manners, but like the bottom of top manners.
Probably. I
He's
don't.
just a little wormy dude.
He is a wormadeely. I don't think that Caterpie does have any like predators that often, so it'd be okay if it's kept outside as well. But I don't think I'd keep it outside.
I mean, I'd assume that as an insect, it would be preyed upon by like the Pidgey line.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm looking at the Pokemon Yellow Dex for it, and if you touch its feeler on the top of its head, it will release a horrible stink to protect itself. Now, reading that, I might just like... It might just have to stay outside.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Ooh.
Looking at the other Dex entries, it does mention the stench. Caterpie has a voracious appetite. It can devour leaves bigger than its body right before your eyes. And then the odor. So it seems like it'd be really hungry, so I think it would be better to keep it as an outside pet.
It is
I
a
still think he's
hungry
cute.
caterpillar.
I'm just worried that, like, if he's walking around the house and he, like, bumps into a wall, uh-oh, there goes the stench.
True. Yeah. I mean,
The very hungry Caterpie.
it's a
Keep an
greenhouse
outside pet is
Pokemon.
fine.
You keep it in the greenhouse,
Yeah.
but it eats your entire greenhouse.
Yeah, there's a give and take for it.
Yeah. I'll put it at the bottom of outside pet only because I can't put it to work and I don't hate it.
Yeah. It's a bug they grow quick. True. Very
They do.
true.
Yeah, that's right. They evolve like
It
pretty
would evolve
early.
pretty quickly. I think Metapod would also be outside pet. I'm very neutral about Metapod. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think it would Metapod can't really move.
Nope, it's just gonna
So I think...
stay where it stays.
Yeah. Hello, Jet. It's a bug. They grow... Oh, God. It's a bug. They grow quick.
Yeah, Wheatley on my
Yeah.
side saying we should just respect the Caterpie's boundaries, which should be fine enough.
Yeah. You go outside. You chill with it.
Yeah. I'll visit it every day as I come home from work and just like poke it a little. give it a head of lettuce.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's gonna be the same for a Metapod, because once it cocoonifies, it just stays where it has to stay.
I don't really know if you could keep a Butterfree indoors. Because, like, it's a butterfly. It needs to pollinate. So I think I'd keep it as an outside pet.
Yeah, that's the whole line. I'm gonna move it like above the Caterpie, of course, but it's
Yeah.
not above actually, maybe above Charmeleon, but not above Venusaur.
Mm-hmm. I think you could put it to work. Because, I'll just tell a quick little story. My mom bought this property, and there's a dude that was raising bees on the property from the last owner, and he was like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I explained to her that he's been doing this for a while, and he's like, I'll give you honey if you let me keep my bees here. And my mom's like, oh, absolutely. She doesn't charge him or anything. So I assume that you could have, like, a group of Butterfrees just mass pollinate things, because he takes them to, like, somewhere in California to pollinate a bunch of almonds. So, you could do something like that for Butterfree.
I mean, you could, but you have to most butterflies are also migratory insects, so they don't stay in one spot very long. It may be an outside pet, but I think it belongs to the streets.
Yeah. You keep it as an outside pet, and, maybe every once in a while it'll come back and you'll say hi to it.
Yeah. So it's an outside pet, but it's gonna do what it wants. You can't really stop it.
Yeah.
Weedle, however, I don't think I want that thing anywhere near me.
Yeah. I
It's,
don't hate it, is the thing.
I don't
But
hate it, but I think this is like the exception where I have to put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. It is
Yeah.
very poisonous. You can't really touch it.
yeah.
So it unfortunately has to go there. It will probably go to the bottom of that list where it's not the most hated, but I cannot deal with a Weedle.
Yeah. I don't know about Kakuna though, because it's also just it's a cocoon.
It is a cocoon.
You can't put it to work, but there is the sprite from original Red and Blue where it has oh god, it's so hard to see. The tie thing is actually like little pokey things that it can attack with.
Really? Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. If you're on Bulbapedia, you can scroll down to the bottom and you can see its original sprite and see what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's funny. That's very funny.
So
Oh, those are arms.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to have done that ever since. So I'm not really sure if it's actually something it can do. But it also does it in the original Ken Sugimori artwork. The arms on Kakuna seen in Red and Blue sprite are commonly mistaken to be a sprite error as they are rarely shown in any other media. So it's hard to say if it actually does have arms or not. But in the original artwork it had it. But anyways, I think I would put it right next to Weedle. I don't hate it. You can't put it to work. I guess you could keep it as an outside pet, but there is that chance of it, you know, poking you.
So I think that, like, I'm thinking of, like, I'm not a bug catcher by any means, and I'm very weak to bug type Pokemon and poison type Pokemon as a cactus. So I'm thinking though that bug catchers or people who experts in the bug field might take Kakuna as an outside pet. I wouldn't be opposed to having like some Kakunas as outside pets, because you'd pick them up as Kakunas, not Weedles, as Kakunas, domesticate them. Then when they turn to Beedrills, you have honeybee hornet things, right?
Yeah, that was another thing that I was concerned about, that when it evolves, it might just decide to hate you, and when it evolves, it becomes a problem. But I think if you take care of it and treat it nicely, when it becomes a Beedrill, it'd be friendly.
Oh, hi, Sky. Yeah, I think if you do take care of the Kakuna, it might be friendly.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at the... Okay, so I'm jumping ahead a little here. I'm looking at the Beedrill dex, and I'm not seeing anything about honey.
Yeah,
And
I think it's just
super territorial as well.
Mm-hmm. And you can't really put it to work, because it just hits you with the needle, so...
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably be good for, I don't know, security, but then I could also get a Charizard for security.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Beedrill line just might be something where I have to put back. There's not much I can do with it. Like, that includes Kakuna too. But Kakuna's not as bad as Weedle.
Yeah. I think Kakuna ahead of Weedle, and then Beedrill behind.
Yeah, it's less of a bee and more of a hornet.
Yeah. Someone asked if you're a cactus type. Do you have Pokemon types?
I do not have Pokemon types.
Okay. Because I was thinking maybe you'd be like a Cacturn and be a grass dark type, but...
I mean, that is Cacturn by itself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all three of them have to be in that tier. I don't hate them, though. That's the thing. I would not give them a Slugma-Swirly.
Oh, no. Definitely not a Slugma-Swirly.
No.
I reserve... Okay. So I can only think of one Pokemon off the top of my head that I would give a Slugma-Swirly, and I'll put it there when we get there. Mm-hmm. But anyone who's been in my chat knows that I hate this thing and all of its forms with a passion. Alright. Pidgey, the first Route 1 Burb.
I think it's super cute. I love the burb.
It is a good bird.
quite know if it would be treats on command. Definitely at the bottom, I think it would be taught manners.
I think like most birds, you can teach them manners, and a lot of people do keep a lot of birds like indoors in cages and stuff, but they are taught manners. And if I remember correctly, a lot of birds also have this issue where when they don't know how to control their bowels.
Yeah.
So they go everywhere, and after they wake up, they will lead the largest bowel movement. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to put it like in top manners.
Yeah. I think it'd be neat to have an indoors. Personally, I'm not a big fan of birds. I've had a lot of bad experiences with them like screaming at me and clawing me and trying to peck me.
Oh.
But I think that's just a case of me just having bad experiences with them. I don't hate them, but I think Pidgey would be cute. It'd be neat to have indoors, but you'd have to teach it manners, and you'd have to, like, I don't think I'd put it in a cage, but it'd have, like, a roost for it with, like, stuff below it to catch its droppings, so it doesn't make a mess.
Oh, yeah. I think, no, I would definitely have a cage for it, though. Like, it would have a cage, but not like a small cage, like its own little section, like a guest room.
You know, it's fair. I think I'd agree with that. So, Pidgeotto, though.
It is 3 feet tall, but if it's 3 feet tall, it's probably got like a 6-foot wingspan.
Yeah, that's a big bird. And with it being like that, I think it would want to be outside. I think I'd put it ahead of Caterpie and Metapod, but behind Charmeleon.
I think I'll put it ahead of Charmeleon for myself. It is a good bird, and I haven't had much like experience with, I guess, birds of prey, but I assume that it's a pigeon, but this is closer to a bird of prey than like an actual dilly-dally walk around and peck bread off the side of the street.
Yeah, it's a big bird. Let me see. Just checking the trivia to see if it has any, like...
They also like to claim territory and, like, patrol around it, too. So I guess it's really good for, I guess, you know, pest control.
Despite its name, Pidgeotto does not resemble a pigeon so much as a bird of prey, such as an osprey or an eagle. So... yeah, I think it would want to be outside. I don't think it would be good to keep it indoors.
Yeah. Now, Pidgeot, I think, is also one of those things that it's either an outdoor pet or it wants to work. I don't know if it wants to work, though. It might just be an outside pet and, like, roam your property and keep it clear of, I guess, Weedles and maybe Rattatas.
I think Pidgeot looks really cool. It's the original normal flying type.
It is a very cool bird.
It's very fast, so it'd want to fly.
You can fly for 2 weeks without resting? Excuse me?
That guy ate my cousin. I'm sorry to hear that. Honestly, this might just be biased because I remember playing Pokemon Red. I think I'd put it ahead of Butterfree. I think Pidgeot's pretty cool. But again, too big to keep indoors, because it's, what, like 6 feet tall? 4 feet tall.
It's 4 feet, so it'd have an 8-foot wingspan.
Well, it's 4'11", so it's almost 5 feet tall. And, you know, could be bigger, could be smaller.
Yeah. I'm reading some of the dex entries here, and they're just like, it can go at Mach 2 speed. Which is
very fast.
It is very fast.
But yeah, I wouldn't put it in the put them to work, because it would want to, you know, fly around, do its stuff, and then come home and have, you know, a place to rest.
Oh yeah, the birds love to roost.
You feed it, pet it, hang out with it for a bit. You go inside, it goes into its, like, giant bird cage. Which would you rather ride, Charizard or Big Bird? I'd probably say Big Bird.
I think Big Bird too. That's faster. I am gonna put the Pidgeotto ahead of the Pidgeot, but not ahead of the Butterfree.
Pidgeotto ahead of Pidgeot?
Yeah. Or did I say it in the wrong order?
Pidgeot is the fully evolved.
Pidgeot ahead of Pidgeotto.
Okay, yeah. Pidgeot ahead of Pidgeotto, but behind Venusaur.
Yes. Oh, Butterfree. Actually, I'm gonna move it around. Butterfree's gonna go behind Charmeleon now. I do like it, but it's still gonna, like, you know, go where it wants to go.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I need to scroll down a bit here. Where are the Alolan Pokemon? Because if we're going to do Rattata next, we might as well do Alolan Rattata.
Is Alolan Rattata in this? Let me see.
Yes. So you'll go down, you'll start seeing like the Ultra Beast, and then at the end of the Ultra Beast row, there's the Alolan Rattata.
Okay. Ultra Beast, there it is.
I'm just gonna grab that, if I can find it again. So let's do both Rattatas and both Raticates.
I think I'm going to label them separately, but I'll let you give your opinions on it while I once again try and find them so I can move it. I mean, there it is.
They are separate. They have different dex entries as well. I don't trust an Alolan Rattata because I think, hold on, I gotta look at its dex entry. I think the Alolan Rattata is much more dangerous than the normal Rattata, as it is a dark type, right? And dark types have a very specific rep to them where they are a lot more cunning and do a lot more not so great things.
From what I see, they're both kind of pests, but Alolan is more of a pest. How do I word this? Regular Rattata is just a rat. You find it around. It's cute. But it likes to... It has to gnaw on things so its fangs don't get too long. Alolan Rattata is like a mob... I don't want to say this word, but a mob goon, where it follows the orders of Alolan Raticate.
Ah, so you have to be the alpha in the Rattata pack.
Yeah. So I think regular Rattata,
I
can't really put it to work, and I don't really know if you can keep it as a pet.
I mean, think of it as like just a normal rat. Like, you know, people do keep rats, and they are like little potato puppies. I think, is that what they called them?
Potato puppy.
Yeah, because it's like it acts like a puppy and it's shaped like a potato.
Yeah, I guess you could look at a Rattata as like a hamster, where you have to give it like a bunch of wood blocks for it to chew on, so its teeth don't get too long. You could keep it as a pet.
Yeah, I think I can effectively teach a normal Rattata manners.
Yeah.
A Alolan Rattata, though, I will have to put back. That doesn't seem like it's very safe to keep around.
Yeah. If you got Mystery Dungeon, what Pokemon would you guys want to become? Do you have an answer for that?
No, I don't have an answer for the Mystery Dungeon thing, but I do, Wheatley on my side did remind me of the proper terminology I was looking for, which is a pocket puppy, because it is...
Pocket puppy.
It's pocketable, and it is like a puppy.
Ooh. I looked up pocket puppy, they're very small. But that's also, like, dogs.
Oh yeah, like teacup poodles and whatever.
Why are pet rats called pocket puppies?
Because they act like puppies and they can fit in your pocket. They're like super affectionate.
Yeah, I think a good way of looking at it is a regular Rattata is like a pet rat, one that you can like buy in a store. Alolan is a wild rat. It is a threat.
Yes, I agree with that too. I think it's gonna be the same thing for Raticates as well. Like,
Yeah.
Raticate's just like a bigger Rattata. It's only 2 feet tall. Like, I'm sure I can cuddle with it. I can pet it. I can groom it. Rats in real life are pretty clean when they're grooming themselves constantly.
Rats are very clean.
They are very clean. I do like them, but the Alolan Raticate is a menace to society, and I don't think it wants to be anything else than a menace to society.
I'm almost tempted to put it in Slugma Swirly. I guess I don't hate it that much. I just think it's a menace, and you can't really fix that of it.
That's what Pidgeotos are for.
Exactly. You just gotta let nature take its course.
Yeah. I might put the Raticate above the Pidgey, though. I think it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute in a weird way.
Yeah, I think I'd put the Rattata ahead of Pidgey for mine, and keep Raticate at below it, just because I don't think it's as cute.
I don't know, it kind of reminds me of just like a really big mutant hamster, or gerbil.
Fair. I don't know why, its tail kind of weirds me out.
Okay, so apparently one of my Wheatley on my side is also saying that like gumshoes take care of Alolan Raticates.
Yeah, Dark Phantom just said, technically I think that's what Young Goose was for.
Yeah.
So, you just gotta let nature take its course for that.
Mm-hmm.
Spearow.
Don't these things also go gang on people?
They do. They go gang.
Eats bugs in grassy areas, flaps wings, short speed. I'm not seeing any like really incriminating Spearow Dex entries. They just like to eat bugs, and they're like protective, and they're loud.
I'm just thinking of like the Pokemon anime, like the first season where Ash gets attacked by a big group of them.
Well, I feel like Ash kind of brought that on himself.
Fair. I think Spearow is fine. I think it'd be an outside pet. Maybe above Caterpie, below Pidgeotto.
Yeah, that's
Which
fair.
is Pokemon emotes? That's a Gardevoir, that's a Gengar, that's a Lucario, what the fuck? Sorry, getting a little distracted.
Yeah, Spearow's like really neutral. There's not much going for it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm putting it...
though.
Fearow.
Oh,
I think Fearow is a menace.
Fearow is a menace. I think that's below Alolan Raticate, too.
It's not cute enough for me to, like, you know, justify anything for it. It looks like a really long neck, angry goose.
Mm-hmm. Its Dex entries don't really say anything about it being a menace, though. It just says it's tough, it has a lot of stamina, it just likes flying a bunch, and it just looks for prey.
Oh. I mean, I guess we could just put it to work. It seems like it's just something that we wouldn't put it to work, it would just work because it wants to.
Yeah, it would just be pest control.
Yeah.
I think Fearow is neat. I've always wanted, like, whenever I play the older Pokemon games, I try to put Fearow on my team instead of the Pidgey line. But yeah, it's just a Pokemon that exists. I don't really think about it all that much.
No, it hasn't had much love in, like, recent years at all. Like, when was the last time you heard of Fearow being, like, mentioned?
Yeah, it needs, like, a Mega Evolution, or just another evolution in general. It is very weak.
Yeah, I've been getting tips and tricks from Wheatley, as usual, my mod. She recommended using Fearow in Pokerogue, and apparently it's a menace because it does have, like, Sniper.
I need to play Pokerogue again. Fearow ate my other cousin. All flying types should be nerfed. Like, as a joke? I don't know about that one, Chief.
I don't know. Flying types are a little underwhelming, but not as underwhelming as fighting types. They have one thing going for them, but they get bodied by literally everything else that's viable.
Yeah. I'd like to see Fearow get some more love. Yeah, we could have had, like, a Gigantamax Fearow or something. It's just kind of been forgotten.
If anything... Okay, so I'm gonna go off a little here. Fearow, being a weird kind of goosey bird thing it is, I can see if the next Pokemon game goes to where I think it's gonna be, which is gonna be like East Asia, well, like specifically around Korea, Japan, Korea and China, specifically there, because we got those 4 weird Pokemon: the Chenpao, Chenpao, Woqian, the goldfish, and then that thing. Because they usually give hints to where the next region is based on some of the legendaries that don't fit in there. And with those legendaries, it's kind of like really obvious where we're going next, but you don't really know if that's where we're going next. I can see like a special, like a Chinese or Korean version of a Fearow being very valuable, or no, being very viable, like a weird kind of pseudo phoenix.
Yeah.
Or the vermilion bird, as they call it.
Honestly, Fearow to me looks like a Ho-Oh, but without the legendary status.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I could see it being as like a not quite Ho-Oh, just a regal bird. What do they call that? A regional form.
I could also see it turning into like a dark flying type, and it might work like that too.
Oh, yeah. We only have like one dark flying type, and that's Hydreigon, I think.
Well, there's also the Moltres.
You were very correct. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's easy if you to forget about that because it's a legendary. You don't really count them; they're in a class of their own.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's also Honchkrow. Honchkrow is also dark flying.
There is Murkrow and Honchkrow. Yeah.
I
forget about a lot of Pokemon.
I don't think we're gonna get through like Gen 1 today at all. We're not even 25 in, and it's been an hour.
Oh god, has it?
Yeah.
Oh, we might want to speed it up just a little bit.
Okay, let's go Ekans line.
I'm not a big fan of Ekans. I do like Arbok. I think Ekans could do also pest control. Arbok maybe outside pet, but like low outside pet, you know?
Well, Arboks are massive, so... Oh no, Ekans are also like 6 feet long. What the heck?
Jesus.
Okay, I guess they're both outside pets.
11.5 feet long?
Excuse me? That can eat an infant. That can eat like 5 infants.
At once?
Yeah, that's a big snoodle.
Okay, you know what? I think both of them might go to work.
Yeah, they're both going to work.
I'm gonna put Arbok ahead of Fearow, though. But still not ahead of Charizard. Hello, Kamimelo. This will take us all day.
This will. Pikachu.
Oh, I also need to grab a Lowland Raichu.
Yes, a Lowland Raichu. Totally forgot about that.
Let's see, where are you at? There you are.
Little surfer boy.
Surfer boy. So I'm just gonna say this. Take it as you will. I think Pikachu's a bit overrated. I think it's definitely cute. But I just... I know that it's the poster boy for Pokemon, but God, we don't need the reminder constantly.
No.
I'd put it in high top manners. I don't know if I put it ahead of the Ivysaur, Charmander, and Wartortle, though. I'm sure a lot of people would put it in Treats on Command, but...
I actually am going to put it in Treats on Command, but it's going to be at the bottom of the list. It gets cute. I would give it treats. I do love the little thing, but it's not anywhere where I'd love it as much as a lot of other things.
Yeah.
If anything, it might be like after all this is sorted, it might be near the bottom of treats on command.
Yeah. I would put Raichu in Treats on Command, and actually Alolan Raichu, the top of Treats on Command, for right now anyways.
They're both silly fellows, and they're only like 2 feet tall. Oh, that's super huggable. Yeah, these things are coming with me, and like they're sleeping on my bed.
I love Alolan Raichu. It just wants to surf. I think, and I really like Psychic type Pokemon. They're honestly probably my favorite type of Pokemon. So
yeah. I'll put them above the Squirtle, but I'm not putting them above my Bulbasaur.
Fair. That is fair.
Alright, Sandshrew.
Now, here's one of my moments. That one would commit AZ for.
I would too.
Love Sandshrew.
100%. I love Sandshrew. It is so cute. It is so... It looks like you need to protect it, but you don't have to. But it's just so cute.
They're adorable.
Both of them.
Like a basketball, only if they want to.
Yes, only if they want to. It's gonna be like, what's that movie called again? The Road to El Dorado?
I know what you're talking about.
They do that whole thing where they play like basketball, or that one weird sports ball with the armadillo.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
That's fair, but yeah,
yeah, grab the Alolan variants. Thank
Yes.
you so much for reminding me.
Both of them are going into like I would commit AZ for. I love them so much. They are so cute.
Yeah, I'll just put
There's
that up there.
something about round that really gets me going.
They're round. They're perfect. Where's... There it is. Sand Slash, though, I don't feel as strongly about.
I do still like them, but I would not commit AZ for them.
I think I'd put them at the top of top manners.
What's their dex entry say? Because this will depend whether I put them in Treats on Command or Top Manners, because I'm really thinking about putting them in Treats on Command.
You know what? That is fair. Curls up into a spiny ball when threatened. Put him to work in the bowling alleys? No! It looks like Sandslash likes to dig.
I think I might have to put them as like, I want to put them in Treats on Command. You know what? I'm going to put them in Treats on Command, regardless. Not the top, though.
That's
near
fair.
the bottom.
Although they're sharp, its claws and spikes often break off. They grow back the next day, so it's not bothered by the temporary loss. It likes to climb trees, curl into a spiny ball, and drop on prey.
What does it eat?
I'm gonna guess bugs?
Probably bugs.
Sandshrew yearn for the lanes.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my large hedgehogs, and I'm going to hold their hands and walk around with them. They are...
I don't know if their claws are really, like, sharp. I think they're just pointy and very tough. Because the dex entries say, like, they use them for plows.
So they're more like just hard bones, then?
Yeah. So I'm not really too concerned. I think I would put them in Treats on Command.
Yeah.
The Alolan Sandslash, it talks about how its claws are sharp and inflicts frostbite. But I think you can just, you know, teach
wear
it
gloves.
to be gentle. Yeah. I'm sure it can control its temperature.
Oh, so for some people joining who don't know about this, it's high because this is Top Manners. Top Manners means... the Charmander's in Top Manners because I can teach a Charmander manners, like to not go on the bed and not sit on the sofa, and it's cute enough to stay there. It's not a traditional ranking where it's S to or Z to A, but more of a guideline of where they can fit.
Yeah.
All right, Nita, Rana, queens and kings.
Nidorino female. Or what are these things called? Why am I forgetting?
They're Nidoran's.
Nidoran. Nidoran female. Then Nidorina / Nidorino, and then king and queen. I think they're cute. In a like keep your distance and watch them kind of cute. Especially for Nidoran male with the sharp horn.
I don't know, because they mostly they almost always have poison point. So I don't know how comfortable I am petting them. They are cute. They look weird. They look like little weird gerbil things.
Can I see some other... Okay, yeah, Nidoran female does have a horn. It is just very short. What are its dex entries? Because I feel like there's also a mention of it having, spines that can shoot out.
Then think about this too, because both versions also get rivalry, so they'll get jealous of your significant other.
Yeah.
Design-wise, I do like them, but I think for both lines' entirety, I'm gonna have to put them back where they came from. But above the Alolan Raticates, these are just animals that I don't think would be very safe to handle.
Yeah. I think you could probably put Nido, Queen, and King to work, though.
Probably.
But...
What would they... Oh, well, they're caretakers, right? You can put them in a daycare and they'll, I mean, sure they have rivalry, sure they have poison point, but I'm sure their maternal instincts will, kick in more.
Yeah. Do you like Nidoran male or female more?
I think Nidoran male is cooler. I don't know how I feel about Nidoran female.
I think Nidoran... It has a lot of Gen 1 look to it of, is this Pokemon cool or is it cute? And Nidoran male, their whole line is, oh, it's cool. Everything's, sharp and jagged. And then Nidoran female is oh, it's cute. It's kind of chubby.
Yeah, I can see that. I do like the Nidorino designs a little bit more. They are cuter, but they're... I have to go to work. I don't think I can feasibly keep them.
I don't really know if you could put Nido King to work, but, maybe put them both in a daycare and they'll, take care of the baby Pokemon there together.
Yeah.
Thank you. I worked hard on the thumbnail.
Alright, Clefairies. Should we get the Clefairy baby? We'll go Clefairy baby.
The Cleffa?
Oh,
yeah.
if we grab the Cleffa, what about the Pichu? Where do we put Pichu at?
Oh, yeah, we do need to grab Pichu. I think Pichu's adorable.
I think so, too. Treats on command. Easy.
There it is. Yeah, that's an easy treat on command. I think I'd put it... I'm gonna put it right between the two Sandslashes. So I'm gonna move Cleffa there, and since we're gonna get to Jigglypuff very soon, I'm gonna put Igglybuff there. Cleffa... Honestly,
Igglypuff.
Cleffa... I think the whole line I'd put in Treats on Command. I think they're all very cute.
I think so, too.
I think they'd be very soft, and they'd be a good pillow.
You think they're marshmallow texture?
I think so, yeah.
Clefable's only 4 feet tall. You could have it just walk around your house.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You know what? Yeah. Easy treats on command. I'm putting Cleffa, or the Clefairy, above Pichu, right behind Bulbasaur, because it's just so darn cute. Yeah, no metronome in the house, though.
Yeah. We don't want a random explosion. I think Clefairy is the cutest of the three. Cleffa has the whole, oh, it's a teensy tiny baby. But Clefairy is just cute. It's very excited. It just wants to play, and I think that's really cute.
It is really cute. I don't know how I feel about the nails on its hands. It's kind of weird. And then Clefable doesn't have nails anymore either, which is also kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh, we need to grab the Alolan Vulpix line.
Ah, yes. Alolan Fox.
I wish you could grab multiple at the same time.
It would be nice.
There we go. I think Vulpix is peak, and I'm very tempted to put it in Would Commit AZ for.
I am very tempted as well. If anything, like, both Vulpixes might be, like, at the top of Treats on Command. Maybe even above Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Ninetales, however, I don't know. They are also very cute, very elegant. But I'm not sure if they're problematic or anything.
I wonder, let's see, Ninetales, the Pokemon. Big is it? 3 feet, so it's just like a big dog.
Yeah, it's a medium-sized dog. I think I would teach them manners. I wouldn't give them treats on command. Like, I can see these, because they're foxes, right? I'm sure if they get smartened up, there'll be a slight problem. So you would have to discipline your Vulpixes. I mean, Ninetales.
Yeah, I completely agree. I do like Alolan more than the regular. I think it just looks really good.
I do too, but I think I'd rather have a normal Ninetales than a Alolan Ninetales. More so, like, you know, Ninetales, it's super warm and fuzzy. I'm going to lie in its tails. Maybe not. I'm going to lie on its neck.
It will curse your bloodline if you touch its tails.
Yeah.
That is the Dex entry, isn't it?
That is it. I'm sure it won't curse you if it loves you enough.
Grabbing one of its many tails could result in a 1,000-year curse. Could result. If it likes you, it won't do it. Yeah, it is said to lay a 1,000-year-long curse if its tail is pulled as a joke. So if you're being nice and gentle, just maybe be careful if you have small children around it, because they like to grab and pull things.
That's true. So, if anything, if you're going to touch its tails, you better come at it with a comb.
Yeah.
Like, Ninetales also live 1,000 years. So,
True. It would take care of you and many of your generations to come.
One of my members are saying that, like, you'd pass it down like a tortoise, where you could also pass it down like a parrot. Those things last for, like, ages, too. You know, the average lifespan for, like, a parrot is also, like, 80 years, so it's your problem, your kid's problem, your kid's kid's problem. Yeah. They live a long time.
Parrot lifespan... Small parrots are 8 to 15 years, while large ones can live 25 to 50 years or more.
Yep.
That is terrifying. Kakapo, 60 years. That's adorable. Oh, that's the video of the... Okay. Those are cute, but we're working on Pokemon right now.
We are working on Pokemon. Okay, Igglybuff, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff.
I do like them. I think I'd put them in Treats on Command, but I think I'd put them lower.
So, hear me out here. These things, they are cute, but they're also screeching little messes.
That is true. And also, Igglybuff, if it starts bouncing, it will not stop. It, like, perpetual motion.
Yeah. So I'm going to put them at, like, in the middle of top manners. However, the Wigglytuff, I'm putting, like, near the top of Treats on Command. This thing is so fluffy, it's so cute. I'm sure, at this rate, it is smart enough to know its place, and its place is in my heart.
Yeah.
It floats
Wigglytuff is very
so
nice.
Cute.
It is. It just wants to be your friend.
I want to, like, just put my face in its belly and just go to sleep.
I assume it would also have the texture of a marshmallow, or not texture,
It would have the squish of a marshmallow, but the texture of, like, the fluffiest blanket you have.
I'm gonna grab Crobat.
Ah, yes, Crobat. Where's
And
Crobat?
Blossom. Crobat is Gen 2. which one curses your bloodline? I don't know if a lowland curses your bloodline, because its dex entries just said that it guides people down the mountains.
I mean, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah. It's a very helpful Pokemon, very caring. Zubat, I think Zubat is cute. Just because there's a ton in the caves doesn't necessarily mean that they are a menace. I think you could teach it manners, and it would eat like the bugs that invade your house.
I think so too. I can't find Crobat. Where did you? It's Gen 2, but I don't see it anywhere.
Oh god, where did I grab it from? I think it was near Togepi?
Near Togepi, okay. Oh, I found it. Don't forget to grab Politoed.
Politoed, true. And I was also... Oh god, what was I gonna grab?
Blossom.
There's... I did grab Blossom. Oh, Jesus.
I can't find Blossom. Oh, I found it.
Blossom is also Gen 2. Yeah, there you go. Right, Politoed. Where are you, Politoed? There you are.
I might as well grab a lowland Geodude and Gravelers.
That is true. And we should have thought of this before we
should have. And Diglets.
There's Eevee. We're gonna move Umbreon. I'll just move them when we get to them.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Golbat, I think, would be an outside pet.
I think so too, with the amount of screaming that it can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 feet as well, so this is a big hefty fella. This thing is not gonna like fly around indoors very well.
Crobat, they can't be outside pets. Why not?
Well, Crobats...
Put them in the basement where they belong? No!
Crobats need love to evolve. So you have to really love your Crobat to have it, like, evolve.
I think I could put Crobat in top manners.
I can probably too.
I think it would be lower than Zubat.
Yeah, I don't know how it'd move around though, because it doesn't really have legs. Like, at least Golbat has legs. It has little sticky feet.
Man, that must be a life of hell. You don't have legs when you start out. You grow them and then you lose them.
That's just really weird.
Let's see. Crobat. Oh no, it does have feet. It has very small feet.
Very small feet? Okay.
And if you pull it up on Bulbapedia, you can see very small feet on the bottom of it.
So it's got little nubbins. Does it like walk around on it, or does it roll around? I'm very curious of how Crobat locomotion is on the ground.
Oh yeah, you can see it. There's gotta be a good back sprite for it. Oh, it did not have... No, it did have feet. It's just very hard to see them. Yeah, in black and white, where you get the full sprite of it, you can see the feet. They're, like, tucked behind it. So, it looks like they're more just for, like, resting on than walking. But maybe it could be, like, oh god, what is the dragon I'm thinking of? There's, like, specific... I think it would walk like a wyvern, because you can also see that it has, like, little hand finger things on its wings.
So we would just, like, use its front to, like, drag it around.
Yeah. Can you delete that? Click on their message.
Oh, there's so many Alolan forms.
Huh. How do you delete messages as a mod?
You click on the 3 dots next to someone's message and then move from there?
Yeah, it's on Twitch, though. I guess I can just pull it up on my phone. Oddish is a little guy.
Oddish is a little guy. I love Oddishes so much.
Oddish would be high treats on command.
I agree.
Here we go.
You got it?
You have to click there.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Although Oddishes are stinky.
Are they stinky?
I don't know if they're stinky yet. Hold on. During the day, keeps its face buried in the ground, wanders around, mistaken for a clump of weeds. If you yank on it, it shrieks horribly. No, it's not stinky. Bloom, however. Bloom is stinky.
Here we go. There's the picture I'm thinking of. I'll send this to you so you can show your chat. Who knocked over my onions? You. Little guys.
They are little guys. I love Oddish. Vileplume is one of my
very cute.
favorite grass types, except they're also very stinky.
Let's see. Pokédex entries. Keeps its face buried in the ground. At night, it wanders around. So it looks like Oddish is a night type, or a nighttime Pokemon. So it sleeps during the day and it wanders around at night. So I still think it's adorable.
I do too.
It's just a little guy. Gloom, however, that's an outside pet.
Yeah, unfortunately it is very stinky.
You should show her the Chikorita with the pup cup. Hello, Wheatley Labs.
Oh yes, I'll show you the Chikorita with the pup cup.
I need to find the video from Phantom. Let's see. Oops. Shorts. Oh. Is it not a short?
Yes, here we go, Anna. Show this to your chat. Since we're sharing Pokemon memes to each other, we need to speed this up, though. Can we at least get to, Meow?
Yeah. Oh my god. It coughs and then it goes back for more. Let's see. Vileplume. I think Vileplume is also an outside pet.
It is an outside pet. It is going to the top of my outside pets. I love Vileplume. But it's stinky.
Vileplume is neat, but it is very stinky. Well, wasn't there... I think there was the thing where it's like, if it's happy, it doesn't stink and it smells good.
I think so, too. And they can use Vileplume's smelliness, either stinky or good, to, you know, make it perfume. I think that it was mentioned in the anime once.
Yeah, that might have been an anime thing where it's like, if Vileplume is happy, it doesn't stink. So, you know, take that as you will.
Oh, but it does have a lot of toxic pollen, and it's got extremely allergic pollen.
So that's an outside pet.
Outside pet.
Honestly, I'm starting to think I might move Golbat down to put them to work. Pest control as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll leave mine as an outside pet. What is Blossom's dex entry?
I love Blossom. It is very cute.
It is a cute fella, but I've never used one in my existence. It is one of the few Pokemon I've never touched before, so I'm kind of confused on it.
I used it in Gold and Silver. I thought it was really cool. A blossom grows flowers more beautifully if it has evolved from a smelly gloom. The stinkier, the better. So...
That's funny.
But yeah, Blossom, it just likes to dance. It just likes to chill. Would I commit AZ for it, though? Probably not, but I would give it treats on command.
If it's just a dancing fella, I think I'll put it at the bottom of treats on command. It is super cute, but I feel like the dancing would wear on me for a little bit.
That's fair. Paris. Do you know the whole thing of Paris about how the mushrooms
I know about the mushrooms.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna put these things back. They get to go back. I do not want them anywhere near me.
I think Paris is very cute, but the whole fungus thing is terrifying to me.
Yes. Things, these are for real. Put them back where it came from, or so help me.
That guy is my cousin. He's gonna die. Venonat. I think Venonat is cute. I think you could teach it manners.
So, I'm gonna put the Venonat in, like, the bottom of Treats in Command. I do have a special attachment to them. If you were around for my Let's Go EV playthroughs, I caught this Venonat, and it was about 3 feet 10 meters, or 3 feet 10 inches, and I named it Half a Grimace, because it was the size of half a Grimace.
Grimace is 7 feet tall?
Yes.
It's horrifying.
Yeah. So can you imagine this, like, round 3 feet, or like almost 4 foot tall brown ball just kind of waddling around? It's kind of cute, but kind of disturbing at the same time.
Yeah. Venomoth. It just kind of exists for me. I think I'd put it in outside pet.
I think it's going to be an outside pet for me too. I do like it, but with, like, it's 4'11", being a moderate size. My Venomoth was like 5'9", so it had like a near 12-foot long wingspan. Can you imagine that thing?
That's a bit too big. Let's see. I'm grabbing the Alolan Diglett. I don't think you can have a Diglett inside.
Nope, I don't think so either. I think they're either outside pets or you gotta put them to work.
I think Diglett is fine for outside pet. I do think it's cute. I still can't tell if that thing on it is its nose or if its mouth is just, like, permanently open.
I think it's its nose, because when you look at every other sprite, there's a shadow behind it, right?
Yeah, okay, so that is its nose. They just like to dig. I think I would keep them as an outside pet and keep them, like, near a farm so that they could just dig there.
They're really good for churning up soil, so...
Yeah. I don't really know how I feel about Alolan Diglett. It's just kind of there. I think I'd keep it next to the regular Diglett.
I think so too. I'm putting them both at, like, the bottom.
We do need Wiglet. Well, no, I think Wiglet is different enough.
Not a Diglett. It's not a regional form. It's a convergent evolution. It's something else entirely different.
Yeah, I think we can keep that as its own thing once we get to Gen 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to see it as a pink mouth with a single tooth as well. Doug Trio. Put them to work. They're cute little guys. They go above Fearow, but below Arbok.
I'm putting the Arbok still, like, higher for me. I do like the Snoodle, even though it is big and terrifying. But I just can't get behind the Doug Trios. The design is not too pleasant to me. I don't hate it. It's just not anything.
Yeah. I do like Alolan Doug Trio. Their hair is very fabulous.
It is very fabulous.
I think the lore is that it's like... they're like magnetic, and that's just like ore and stuff that they've picked up.
That's kind of silly.
Metal shavings, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. With Meowth and Persian, obviously we grab the Alolan forms. What about the Galarian forms? Because it does have its own separate thing. I
think we'll leave the Galarian forms because it's not a Galarian Persian, it's a Berserker. It's something else entirely.
Yeah. But should we grab Galarian Meowth or just leave it?
We can leave Galarian Meowth.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would make it a bit better. Berserker. Alolan Doug Trio's hair would cut the shit out of your hand if you touched it. Very true.
Oh, yeah. Also, hi, Cookie Gamer.
I think Meowth you could teach manners. God, I might need to reorder this. It's so difficult to order it. Meowth... Why doesn't Meowth have a pre-evolution? I want a tiny cat.
A tiny cat. That would be really cute.
Mhm.
I mean, okay, so I'm gonna put Meowth at treats on command. They are a little menacing, but they also have pickup. And so they're always gonna bring you home gifts, even if you don't want them. And it loves
You know
shiny
what?
stuff.
You make an excellent point. I think they'll go at the bottom of treats on command, though.
I'm gonna put them next to the Pikachu, as it should be.
Fair.
I don't know about the Alolan Meowth though, because that thing's a little sassy, fruity little fella, and I don't know.
That is true. The Meowth was our family pet in Sun and Moon. And he likes to sleep on our mom's bed. I don't know why they specifically mentioned that, but hey.
I guess it goes next to the Meowth. Meowths and Meowths.
Persian. Regular Persian, I think is super cute, super cool.
Yes, I agree.
It's just a big cat. I think that's a good spot. Alolan, though, I can't get over the Garfield face. I think that one goes in top manners, but maybe like a good midpoint for it.
I don't know if it has any like weird dex entries either, because they don't belong in Alola, so they kind of brought them there for a reason, right?
Yeah. Are they an invasive species?
They're not friendly,
hold on.
actually. It has a violent temperament and will attack anything that looks at its eye. So I guess it's gonna be an outside pet.
It looks like regular Persian is mean, very fickle.
So like a normal cat.
Yeah.
But the Alolan Persian will throw hands if you look at it.
It's so brutal that it tortures its weakened prey instead of finishing them off.
Is that for regular
Jesus.
or Alolan?
That's for Alolan Persian.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the Alolan Persian as a bottom of the outside pet.
Yeah, I think Alolan Persian
Actually-
might have to go there.
No, I'll put it at put that thing
Alolan
back.
Persians are snooty rich people pets.
Yeah, they are, but I'm not a snooty rich person. I can't care for that little angry tsundere
Giovanni-
cat.
Giovanni did have a Persian, but that Persian was just chilling there, and it would just like stand up, get some pets, and lay back down.
Like a cat.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty neutral on Psyduck. I think it would want to be outside though, to swim and take care of its headache.
Probably. It would want to be an outdoor pet just because it is an outdoor pet.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the middle. Somewhere. I don't know about Golduck though. I don't quite like the
Yeah.
design. It kind of freaks me out a little. Not like to the point where I'd put it back where it come from, but I don't know.
I think I'd put it to work. I think it could also be a firefighter or just like help people on the beach. Psyduck needs to hold on to your pant leg and telekinetically ask if you got games on your phone before zip bombing you with all of Cocomelon. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think I'd put Golduck at the bottom of put them to work. I'm not a big fan of it.
Apparently they swim really fast and they like to swim alongside swimmers, so they'd make okay lifeguards.
Yeah. So I think put them to work would be good.
Yeah, that fits.
I think for the sake of your safety, you need to put Mankey and Primeape and put that thing back where it came from, or she'll help me.
Yes, I will put them there, but hear me out. There was that one kid who raised the Primate and Mankey into an Annihilate in the one little animated short they had, and he really, really loved that thing. It is an angry fella, yes, but it knows its limitations. However, I am still putting those monkeys back.
If it learns how to control its anger, it dies?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I remember that Primeape has a dex entry where it says if it gets too angry, it will die. Let's see. me see.
Oh, it's really dumb.
It is very dumb, and the angrier it gets, the stupider it becomes.
And the stronger it gets, so it's hulking out.
It has been known to become so angry that it dies as a result. Its face looks peaceful in death, however.
That's unfortunate.
So, yeah, I think it's better to just let them be out in nature. Do we want to do Hisuian Growlithe, or leave that for whatever later?
We'll leave
gen?
it for Hisuian because, you know, Hisui, it doesn't have many Pokemon there anyways.
Fair. Very fair. Growlithe?
It's a puppy! Treats on command. Immediately. Treats on command. It is a pupper.
I think Treats on command right next to Vulpix. Honestly, I'd give Arcanine Treats on command as well, but I think lower.
Well, it's not a puppy. It's a doggo. Doggo gets
It's
treats
a
on
big
command.
dog.
Puppy gets more treats on command.
Exactly. He's a good boy.
Ah, he's a good boy. I would so
I
love
can
to, like,
imagine.
just hugging them by the scruff and scratching them so vehemently.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine that their fur is super soft too. And honestly, they're pretty big from what I remember. So you could probably, like, ride them around town. Yeah, 6 feet tall. No, we're saving Primate for later on. Annihilate, sorry.
Yeah, Annihilate for later on.
But yeah, Arcanine is 6 feet tall. That might be lengthwise, but still, that's pretty big.
So
It could definitely carry around.
they did have life-size Arcanine plushes, and I got to see one, and it is fairly big. They are the size of, like, I guess, a golden retriever.
Oh my god.
But that is a
huge.
small Arcanine. A big Arcanine would probably be the size of a Doberman. With
Let's
extra
see.
fluff.
Arcanine Poke Plush, 59 inches. That is... like 5... just short of 5 feet tall.
Yeah, and normal Arcanines are 6 feet.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's still pretty big. Big Doggo gets treats.
Big Doggos does get treats.
I think Poliwag is cute. How about you?
I think it's cute too, but it's like cute in a kind of weird way for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would give it treats in command, probably at the very top of top manners.
Yeah. I don't know if I put it at the top of top manners.
Maybe not too. Maybe underneath Jigglypuff.
Yeah. God, why are their names so confusing? Poliwag into Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl is just a dude.
It is.
Let's be honest. I think you could teach him manners. I think he'd be right next to Poliwag.
I think I'd put him like at the bottom of top manners because I feel like it's just one of those things that would just walk around your home, try to hold your hand, and, like, you know, just vibe out.
Mm-hmm. He'd
With
want to
those-
play games on your phone.
Yeah, you'd want to play games on your own with those big old mitts. Only Wrath. I mean, he's got Wrath in his name.
Yeah, so I was looking at his Dex entries.
I think he wants to go to
he's
work.
angry. Also, this is weird. In the first generation, they had a lot of references to, like, real life stuff. Like, Raichu can kill an Indian elephant.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did have those things too.
In Black and White, Poliwrath says, with its extremely tough muscles, it can keep swimming in the Pacific Ocean without resting.
Ugh.
That is just a very interesting thing. I don't think it's angry. I think it just looks angry.
I think so too. But I think this is kind of one of those Pokemon that do want to, like, get put to work.
Yeah.
So
Poliwhirl looks like it needs a propeller head and a comedically large lollipop. Yeah.
that's silly.
Yeah, I think Poliwrath would be put to work.
Right next to Blastoise though, because it's either gonna be, I don't know, search and rescue for the ocean or firefighter as well.
Yeah.
Politoed though.
He's a funky little dude.
It's gonna drizzle. It's gonna use drizzle all the time, every time.
I think I'd put it in top manners. Because I think Drizzle is its hidden ability.
Drizzle is its hidden ability.
So, just as a normal Pokemon, he's just a frog. He's just a dude. I think I'd put him right next to the others.
I think I'll put him in, like, outdoor pet, though, because when you get more than one Politoed, they do start croaking a lot. And they like to gather in groups.
Point. I'd put him pretty high in outside pet, though.
Oh yeah, me too.
How do you feel about Abra?
I don't like him.
He's a sleepy little dude.
He's a sleepy little dude, but every time I run into one, it just runs away. So it's just kind of like, what do I even bother? It's never there when I need it, and then when I need it, it doesn't want to be there.
I think it sleeps for like 18 hours a day. It doesn't really do anything, but I don't know if I'd want to keep it outside.
I'd put it at the bottom of top manners, and only because there's just nowhere else to put it.
Yeah. It's just kind of an awkward Pokemon. I don't like Kadabra.
I'll be honest, Kadabra and Alakazam can just go back to where they came from.
Yeah. They're not really cute. And they just seem like they would constantly try and inflict mental damage.
I don't think they would try to inflict mental damage, but it's just that, like, you'd have to have a specialized reason to keep one.
Yeah.
They're so inoffensive, they're just going straight in the middle of put it back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I should put them at the bottom of it.
Machoke, and Machamp, however, those guys are gym bros. They don't, like, personally, they're not indoor pets, they're not outside pets. I can't teach them manners, but I'm putting them to work, and their work is going to the gym with me or with my friends. They're just gym bros. That's all they are. Gym bros.
They really are. And I mean, you see them in the Pokemon games a lot of, like, they're building, they're helping move, like, they work.
They love, I don't know if they love working, but every time you see them, they're almost always working.
Mm-hmm. The Bellsprout line. Bellsprout I'm fine with. I think I'd put it at the bottom of top manners, but Weeping Bell and Victory Bell, I'd put them in the... Okay, Weeping Bell, middle of put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. Victory Bell, right at the bottom.
Yeah, I can see that.
It would try and eat you, your children, and your other pets.
That's true. These so the Bellsprout probably has an outside pet because it is like it's a plant, and it looks like it's just walking on its little itty bitty root things. But the Weeping Bell, Victory Bell, for sure, they're going away. These things are not safe to be around.
Yeah. Tentacool.
Regardless of what you think of them, I don't think there's anything higher than outside pet, because these things, they need water. Apparently they have mind control abilities too, which makes them like a menace. And cruel is in its name. They are mean.
Yeah, looks like they're mean.
Yeah, I think these guys are just going back to where they came from.
Yeah. I think probably pretty low, too. Tentacruel definitely, like, at the bottom with Victory Bell.
Yeah, the thing's like, it's not nice, it's angry, it hates everyone.
Honestly, I think I'd put that under Victory Bell. Because they cause quite a commotion. And I need to grab the Alolan Geodude line if you want to talk about them.
I don't know how I feel about them either. Oh, someone in my chat has put socks on their cat. That's cute. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the rock dudes.
They're... I'd have to read the dex entries for the Alolan ones to see if they help or if they're a menace. I think Alolan Golem helps at like power plants, but let me see.
I think so too, but for the most part, these guys just kind of exist.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, I could put them at like the bottom of outdoor pet, but as an outside pet, they're just existing. They're not really a pet. They just live alongside you.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like they do much. They just sleep and exist. Golem, it likes to roll down hills. Alolan, it eats rocks. And it fights with other Gravelers. Has a quick temper.
Oh, well, I guess the Gravelers will have to go back where they came from. The Geodudes can... I guess they can stay outside.
Golem also likes to tumble. Golem is grumpy and stubborn. It grabs Geodudes and shoots them at people.
It sounds like a great pal for an old man.
Yeah.
Not this one, though.
Still... Yeah, they're kind of menaces, so...
They're inoffensive menaces. Like, maybe a little bit more than some things, but just, I don't know, they're not as offensive.
Yeah. Do you want to grab Galarian Ponyta?
This Galarian Ponyta? I forgot about that.
Or we can leave it for when we get to Galar.
Let's actually, fairy types. Let's leave it. Oh, there's Galarian Slowpoke as well, and Slowbro. Whatever, leave them. We'll leave them.
Yeah, I think it'd be better to leave them just because they kind of take up slots from others.
Yeah.
Ponyta is adorable. I think I would put it in a low treats on command.
I think so too. It's just a cute pony. You can't really argue with that.
And I think they can control their flames, because like Ash rode on a Ponyta / Rapidash and didn't get burned because they liked and trusted each other.
Ah, yes. Rapidash, however, I feel is just going to be an outside pet. It's cute, but it's big enough where you can't, like, really... I mean, you could give it treats to command. I personally wouldn't.
It's a big horse. Can't really keep it inside. But Ponyta, like, there are people that use, like, miniature ponies as service animals.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mini pony service animal. Miniature horses. They live for a while.
Oh.
They aren't fully service animals. Some people refuse access to them. But, yeah, they live for a while and they can help with very specific things. More specific than dogs.
Alright, yeah, so I'll put it as an outside pet. How do you feel about Slowpoke? I love Slowpoke.
I think he's just a chill dude. I think you'd have to put, like, waggle a treat in front of its face, and then, you know, a few hours later, it'll realize, oh shit, there was a treat, and so you'll have to leave it in front of it.
So I'm gonna put it, like, in the middle of treats on command, only because it's never gonna ask for treats. I'm always gonna have to give it treats. It's just gonna sit there and it's gonna, well, be a Slowpoke.
Slowbro, however, I feel like it's, the shelter on its tail is gonna be a bit of a problem, so I'd probably have it as an outside pet.
Yeah, if it turns around too fast, it's knocking down everything.
Yeah.
Slowking.
Still like a medium outside pet.
I don't know how I feel about Slowking, because it's gonna be smarter than me.
Yeah, Slowking might be a bit of a threat. I think you could teach it manners, though.
I think it'd be more of like a roommate than anything. Like, these things are smart.
Yeah. It gets its own Slowking tier. It's very intelligent.
Has incredible intellect
oh.
and intuition. Whatever the situation, remains calm. Yeah, I guess top manners. It's gonna be a roommate.
Yeah. I need to grab Magnazone.
Oh yes. What is that?
Gen 4.
Gen 4.
I think maybe leave the Gen 4 evolutions where they are.
Yeah.
For the sake of, like, there's a lot of them, and I think they more belong with the Gen 4 ratings.
They do. Because Gen 4 doesn't have a lot of Pokemon. Anyways.
Magnemite.
I'm committing AZ for it. It is one of my favorite little fellas. But it's not as good as Sandshrew, unfortunately.
Fair. I think... Can you even give a Magnemite a treat?
I don't know. I think it just siphons off energy.
Yeah. Here, have a calculator. Have a little treat.
Yeah.
Babe, how do you feel about Magnemite? Baby. Yeah. I'm gonna say high treats on command.
Okay, so Magnemites attach themselves to power lines and feed off electricity.
Well, there you go.
If you have a power outage, check your circuit breaker for Magnemites.
They're just little dudes. They're just hungry.
They are just little dudes.
Magneton? I think you'd have to train it.
Yeah, you definitely would have to give it, like, teach it manners.
I think midpoint of top manners is good.
That sounds about right. Oh boy, my tier list is starting to fill out.
God. Far-fetched. Oh, I'm yawning again. I'm so sorry.
I don't know how I feel about Farfetch'd. I don't hate it.
I feel like people would just eat Farfetch'd.
I think so too. For its own safety, I'm putting it back.
Yeah. I think I could put it a bit higher up, though. I'd say above Paris, but below the Nidoran line. Oh. Husband and I watched a video on, like, Doduo out in the wild.
I saw that too.
It was so cute. Doduo are adorable.
They are.
I think they're a bit too rowdy, though. I'd probably put them in taught manners.
I'm gonna put them, like, in the mid tier of top manners.
Yeah.
But a Doe trio has gotta be an outside pet.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I just put it. I think it has to be a bit lower, because they fight with each other a lot. And I don't know how friendly they'd be towards you if they're fighting with each other.
Yeah. Have you seen people, like, care for ostriches and emus? Those things will fight with, like, everything for no reason.
Oh yeah, there's that guy that has the farm with all the weird animals, and there's Kevin, who's just constantly trying to attack.
Kevin. Yeah. Yep. Sorry.
God, Seal is so cute. Seal gets treats on command.
Seal does get treats on command, but it's no Spheal.
Yeah. You laying down?
Yeah.
Alright, I love you. Dugong... I'd give Dugong treats on command.
More than Seal. It's cuter, it's sleeker, it's got little teeth.
Mm-hmm.
But Seal has little tusks more than teeth.
They're both very cute. I think I would put Seal a little lower.
Grimer now. He's stunky.
He's a stinky little dude. I think it's safe to just have it put that thing back where it belongs. Back where it came from.
It can't. It's not an indoor pet. It's not an outdoor pet. It's just got to go back.
Yeah. Muck, I think, would go at the bottom, because that's just an even bigger threat.
It really is.
Shelty's a cute little guy. I'd give him some treats.
I think he needs his own enclosure. Like, it needs its own water tank. I'd have to have it, like, as an outdoor pet in a pond or something. I don't know. Like, it just... For me, a shelter's like a Geodude. It kind of exists.
Yeah. Hello, Juan. Cloyster's a threat. That goes back where it belongs.
Yes.
Above Graveler, though. The Ghastly line is an interesting one to try and rank.
It is?
Because, on one hand, like from the anime, you can see they just like to hang out. They do play a lot of pranks. I don't really think you can keep them. I think the best place would be outside pet.
You'd have to teach them manners, but you'd have to teach them manners outside.
Yeah. There's a way to do, like, in between. That'd be good.
If anything, I can put them at the bottom of top manners. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll put them at the bottom of top manners.
Which do you like the most out of them? I think I like Haunter the most.
I actually like Gengar. He's chunky. He's a chunky round fella.
Fair.
He's got plus points for fat.
I like the theory of Gengar's Clefable's shadow.
Oh yeah, that's something.
It's a fun little theory. The OG ghosts are just silly little pranksters. Exactly. God, Onyx. I don't feel that strong about Onyx, but I think you could put it to work.
Well, so this is put them to work was a tier that I put specifically for Pokemon like Onyx and Steelix. You can't keep them as pets. You can't teach them manners. I don't hate them, but they're just so reliable as like big construction tools. Like you take an Onyx out to a dig site and have it dig up the ground so you can lay foundation, or to like flatten the ground to lay foundation.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. Like it would be so good for putting to work.
Yeah. God, Drowsy and Hypno, those both put that thing back where it came from.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like what the internet's done with them. I do not appreciate them.
Yeah.
Crab, however, yes, they're outdoor pets. They're silly.
They're silly. I think you could teach them manners.
Maybe the Krabby, not the Kingler.
Not
Kingler
the
is like 4 feet. Krabby is like a foot.
Yeah. I think Kingler's neat. I think put them to work. Would you consider Pokemon battling as put them to work?
No. I do not consider fighting Pokemon, like putting Pokemon to battle, as putting them to work.
Because Kingler to me feels like it's just designed to battle. So I'm not really sure where I'd put them. I guess either put them to work. They could probably cut things. Like they could cut rebar and stuff.
Its pincer has 10,000 horsepower of strength, but it's so difficult it can't aim it right.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'll just put the Kingler back.
Yeah, I think that's the safest place. It hasn't really done anything wrong, so I'll put it ahead of
a Weedle.
The little pranksters. Yeah, ahead of Weedle would probably be good.
Voltorbs are... I'm also like super neutral on.
They like to explode though.
Oh, okay, so they're going back. They're going back. These things explode, they're going back. That's gonna be an issue.
You know, honestly, I could make an argument to put Drowsy and Hypno in the Slugma Swirly.
I don't hate them enough to put them in the Slugma Swirly, that's my thing, but I don't like them.
Yeah, after thinking about it. My bad, dog.
No, it's okay. I mean, like, Slugma Swirly is reserved for the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we're making progress. We're almost at the end.
Almost.
I just want to get to the evolutions.
Me too.
Execute. I'm pretty neutral on it. Can't really put it to work. I don't think I'd put it back. I'd say probably low outside pet.
Yeah, low outside pet. Same with the Executor. Actually, the Executor I might have, like... It's more furniture than a pet.
Yeah.
It's also
it
a
just
low...
hangs out.
It does.
Oh,
it's very noisy. Like, very noisy.
Yeah. I think keep it outside. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick if you want to take like 2 or 3 minutes.
No worries.
For a quick break. If you're hanging around, then you're in charge.
I am hanging around. I will treat your chat with, I don't know, disdain maybe.
peak. All right, I'll be right back.
Speaking of which, I have to go over there now. Hello, Anna's chat, and my chat, and everyone else in chat, chat. Well, let's see. We've got like a handful of Pokemon left. There's like 44 Pokemon left? Holy heck. We've gotten through like 70% of them. But I think it is dragging on long. We could probably stop at the evolutions, but there's also just like 10 more after that if we speed run it. That might be fine. We could probably speed run it. How are you guys doing? Being nice? Being good? Oh, I wish I could like just move around Anna's tier list as well. I haven't been looking at hers. Ooh. I do think these next few Pokemon can be sped run fast. Between us being tired from looking at over 100 Pokemon, and just some of these being so neutral and inoffensive, you can't really deal with them. They go fast, yeah. Hey Wheatley, you still kicking around? Which one's your favorite in Gen 1? Zubat's pretty epic. You love Magnemite? Yes, Magnemite is a good silly fella. I've got a little Magnemite sitting cutie that's on my desk at all times. I do like Zubat, but like I said before, it's one of those animals that you can't really just keep around too well, because it is a bat. I'm wondering if it's like little leggy things can curl around stuff and just hang upside down. It would make sense, right? We should probably look at like Zubat feet, see how that functions. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't figure out Zubats. Yes, dooba-dooba-doo.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back, Anna. We have roughly 44 Pokemon left to rank.
Oh, that's not bad. We can speed through these.
Yes.
Some
of them are just like inoffensive.
Just a quick first thing, Cubone would commit AZ for.
I don't think I'd commit AZ for it. I would put it at the very top of Treats on Command because it is a precious little baby. But that's its own thing. It's got to sort through its own problems in life. I can't sort through its problems for it.
I just want to protect it.
I do too, but I'm not going to commit genocide for it because it's already had a little loss. You don't want to add to it.
You make an excellent point, actually. I'll put it at the top of Tricks on Command. Not above the Vulpix, though.
Same. Actually, I don't even think above my Bulbasaur. I love Bulbasaur way too much. But above Growlithe.
I don't know how you managed to stream and also pay attention to other things like me posting a short. I went to the bathroom. Marowak, it has sorted through its problems, so I would put it in treats on command.
I'm gonna put it at, like, the top of top manners, below the Vulpixes. Because I'm sure it's, like, sought through its problems, but it's got some angst still lingering around.
You make a good point. Would I put it above Ivysaur, though? I think I would. Below
think
the
so, too.
Ninetales, though.
Yeah. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, however, those guys, they're gonna work. And it's not because I don't like them, it's because that's what they want to do.
Yeah. I think...
They're gym
below...
bros.
I think I'd put them in between Machop and Machoke. Actually, let me move Machop down. So it's going to be Machoke, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Machop, and then Machamp.
Yeah, that's about the same for me.
How many Pokemon are we at now? We're in the end game.
There's a Lickitung. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think I'd put it back where it came from. I think it would have one job specifically, and I'd get demonetized if I mentioned it.
I mean, it can go around eating sushi.
Yeah, but is that really a job?
That's not a job, yeah. It'll... I'll put it in the middle of put that thing back. It's not too offensive for me, but it's a really weird thing.
Yeah. Coughing and wheezing.
They gotta go back.
They gotta go back. That's just a health and safety thing.
Yeah.
I liked the Rhyhorn that you had as a pet in X and Y. I thought it was cute. And in the anime, your mom puts a laptop down for it to watch your contest.
Oh my goodness, that's so fun.
Serena's contest. It was so cute. Would I give it treats on command, though? Probably not. I would teach it manners, though.
Well, for me, they're both outdoor pets, but they're at the near top of outdoor pets.
You know what? That's true, because they can't really fit indoors. I forgore.
You forgore.
I forgot the rules that have already been established. I think a nice midpoint for outside pet, though.
That's true.
Rhydon, however, though, that's a working pet.
Oh yeah, you're right. I put it on like outside, but that thing probably wants to go do construction too.
Mm-hmm.
And it can surf. Maybe they'll have surfing competitions.
Oh god, I keep forgetting that it can learn surf.
Isn't that so silly? It can learn surf.
It can learn surf, it can learn flamethrower, thunderbolt. I don't know if it can learn ice beam, but
Yeah, they yearn for the mines.
They yearn for the mines. Chansey is a working pet. It works in Pokemon centers.
It does. But I'm also going to put it in treats on command because whatever it wants, I'm giving it because of whatever it's going to do is beneficial to everyone.
Exactly.
I'm going to put it next to my Jigglypuff.
I think probably go pretty high. I think right next to Blossom. I'd have like a little camp where there's Blossom dancing, Sunflora chilling, and then Chansey's just giving eggs.
Oh yeah. Okay, Tangela.
How do you feel about Tangela?
I don't hate them. I don't like them. They also kind of just exist.
I think it'd be nice to have it in like the garden. I'm sure it can do something there. Let me look at its Pokédex real quick. If you want to talk about what's next.
Well,
Kangaskhan.
Well, Tangela is also like they really do just kind of exist. They walk around, they jiggle their vines, so they're like, I guess they're a good outdoor pet. If you give it a job, I'm sure it'll do it. Like, I don't know, tend to the plants.
The vines never stop growing. It's ticklish. Apparently.
That would be so... No, I'm moving it up. I'm moving it up because it's ticklish. That would be so funny. Can you imagine tickling a Tangela and then it's just like jiggling everywhere?
Ooh. It's a bit of a weird thought, but I vibe with it.
It's funny.
Put it above Spearow, right in the middle.
Yeah. Not above Rattata for me. I do like my pocket puppies. Rat.
I don't know how I feel about Kangaskhan.
I think it just wants to do its own thing.
Yeah, I would want to help it raise the baby, but I don't think it would let me.
No, definitely not. I think it's a working Pokemon only because that's exactly what it wants to do, and we have no
Yeah.
say in what it wants to do.
It's a high working Pokemon.
I'll put it above Machamp.
Yeah, I'll put it right next to Nidoqueen. They both got motherly instincts.
They do. I'll leave it out of
Horsey
daycare.
is adorable. I love Horsey.
I want to hold it by like the stomach and pretend it's a blaster.
Like a gun.
Yeah, Horsey, use Bubble Beam.
Just squeeze, squeeze.
You wait for Mew? Yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna put the Horsey. I don't know, like maybe at the bottom of Treats and Command.
Yeah.
Near
I
the
think
bottom.
That's a good idea. Is it ahead of Meowth though? Why is Horsey so low? What am I doing?
Horsey's low for me, not for you, for me.
Horsey goes right next to Arcanine. Haunts. Seadra, I think that one would be top manners.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe around Kingler. I don't trust it as much. It looks menacing, but I'm sure it's not that bad.
Yeah. Do we want to grab Kingdra or leave that for Gen 2? Because after thinking about it, we've taken a lot of Pokemon from Gen 2 just because they're like evolutions.
Yeah, I think we'll just leave them. It's probably better
Yeah.
just to leave them so we don't get scattered.
Yeah.
All right, Goldfish.
I think that's an outside pet.
They're going in the koi pond.
They're going in the koi pond. Right next to Shelter.
Good points.
Honestly, I like Seaking mainly because it is one of the first shiny Pokemon I have caught legitimately.
Yes, fish.
I was playing Sun and Moon and I was fishing in the pond area, just trying to find a good water type, and Seaking appeared out of nowhere. So, has a special place in my heart.
That's fair. I do think it's just fish though. They're just fish for me.
Yeah.
Same with like
I
Star
think the
U,
same for
Star Me.
Staryu and Starmie. Yeah.
They get their own like they go with the fish.
Yeah. Mr. Mime unsettles me a little bit.
It's
I
going-
think I'd put it to work.
Sure. No, I'm putting it back. It does unsettle me a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But it goes.
It's
not bad
not
though.
as bad. It is Ash's dad, and we have to consider that.
That's not fully canonized yet.
Hello,
Scyther,
kid with the
though.
gas mask. Good luck with your live. I need to see if Phantom is live, actually. But I'll do that separately. Scyther. I think Scyther would go to work.
I
It
think
would
so
cut
too.
things.
I think it'd be really good for helping harvest crops.
Exactly.
Putting it next to the Gym Bros.
Fair. Very fair.
Jinx also really unsettles me. I don't want anything to do with it. But I don't hate
Yeah.
it. I just don't want anything to do with it.
I think I'd put it back, but higher up. Maybe next to Farfetch'd. It's me, serial designation Isaac. I just changed my name. Yeah, I remember that. Honestly, I kind of feel the same about Electabuzz and Magmar, too.
They're supposed
They're
to be
not
the cool Pokemon, but I don't like them that much. I think they're like really throw handsy.
They're meant to be a trio, and I would hate to separate them, so I think they should all go together.
You say they're supposed to be a trio, but Jinx never got her final form yet.
Yeah, well, that was because of the whole controversy with her.
True.
Pinsir has to go back.
It does have to go back. It's going like with the Drowsy and Hypno. It can stay with the Drowsy and Hypno, and it can throw hands with the Drowsy and Hypno.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to have a friendly Pinsir.
No.
I gotta drink some water.
No worries. We're almost done.
That's better.
Tauros.
I feel like Tauros might be a bit too angry to work. I think they just like to stampede. I think I'd put them at low, put them to work.
Yeah, I think low put them to work. Apparently, you can ride Tauroses too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a farm animal.
Ride Pokemon.
It is definitely a farm animal, so it goes above the Diglets for sure, or the Dugtrios.
I'm gonna put Magikarp with all the other fish and outside pet.
I feel like a lot of fish are just gonna go with all the other fish.
Yeah. Gyarados scares me.
I
would be
think
terrified
it's safe.
to run into one.
Yeah, these things are not safe.
They're a threat. They're angry. They will kill everyone.
Stay with the Pinsir. Lapras, however, I don't care what anyone's saying. It gets... I'm almost just, like, ready to make an argument for I would commit AZ for it.
Same.
No, I will.
I love Lapras. It is just... It's a caring Pokemon. It just wants to be there with people and just vibe. I'm
putting it in would commit AZ for, not above Magnemite, though. It is a very good Mon. It loves everyone. It loves me. I love it. And... It would take care of your child for you.
Yeah. I like to imagine that the person that said, when I was younger and I saw the Pokédex entry that said that Lapras was nearly extinct, so I just caught, or I think it was Gen 2, so they just caught a bunch of them and released them to help with the population thing, and now they're overpopulated. I like to think that's canon.
That would be very nice if it was canon. Lapras are very good Pokemon to have, just like everywhere. It's like a manatee almost. You can't go wrong with those things.
Yeah. I think you could teach Ditto manners. I think you could play some pranks with it. It can kind of be anything or anyone that you want it to be, which is almost dangerous.
Yeah, a strong arm. Yeah, it would need to be taught manners, and it would have to have good morals. So it goes like middle tier.
With a good trainer.
Yes. Eevee line though, that goes where exactly it should go.
AZ.
All of them. All of them. We love Eevee. Jolteon is great.
Jolteon is the best. Jolteon is top of AZ. Nothing will take its spot. I like Flareon, even though it's kind of the redheaded stepchild.
Personally, I think Flareon's be really good just to like cuddle with. Like imagine you're in the winter. It's just like an Arcanine, just fluffy and warm. Yeah. And then Vaporeon is fish, but good fish.
It is fish. It's a fish that can be on land. I did grab Espeon and Umbreon, but I can put them back. But, I mean, they're also going to go in AZ.
Oh, we all know they're going in AZ. All the evolutions are. They're just too cute. They're too precious. Like, the amount of time and love and effort you have to invest in them gets a lot of people, like, really ready to, like, commit war crimes for these little dogs and cats.
Espeon and Umbreon have to be right next to each other so they can, like, cuddle their tails together.
Oh, yeah. How about Porygon?
Could Porygon be used to, like, defrag your computer or something?
I think well, I mean, until it evolves into a Porygon 3.
Yeah?
It is a virtual pet. The Porygon is essentially just a Tamagotchi, I guess. But bigger, much bigger. These things are huge. How big are they?
Would you consider it an outside pet then?
No, because I think it can shrink. It knows minimize. Oh no, these are like 2 feet.
2 feet, 80 pounds.
I guess we're teaching it manners. I'm teaching it manners.
They were mostly data.
Maybe. I'm gonna put it next to the Ditto.
In treats on, or in top manners?
Top manners, yeah.
You know what, that's fair. I think I'd put it a bit lower.
I mean, they could probably help you homebrew your consoles.
True. I'm not a big fan of the Lord Helix stuff. I do think Ammonite is cute. I would put it with the other fish.
Good plan. Lord Helix probably would be at the bottom of outside pet, though.
The
Omastar,
that needs to go back where it came from.
I think it would be... I'm putting it at the bottom outside pet only because I think it'd be really good repellent. Like, if anything's going to mess with my fish pond, it's going to stay there.
Yeah.
Like if these Pidgeys and Spheros want to come mess with my fish, they're just gonna get a rock blast to the face.
Mm-hmm. With Skill Link?
Yes, Skill Link.
I think Kabuto is cute.
I think so too.
It's just a little crab dude. He has to go with the other outside pet though.
With the fish, all with the fish.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever seen real horseshoe crabs, they're kind of like really weird. Their appendages kind of look like xenomorph things. It's really unsettling, but they are like just flip them back over and they're fine.
Oh. I don't like looking at that.
Yeah, you don't. It's very, very alien and weird. You do not want to look at the underside of a horseshoe crab.
Yeah, I don't like looking at that.
Kabuto?
I think that would also go to the bottom of outside pet.
I don't know.
Just because it is scary, but I honestly could probably go to work.
I don't think it can. It's got scythe arms, mind you, and it's a water type, so it wants to be with water.
It could help fishermen.
It could help fishermen, but it's also a rock
honestly,
type.
Kabutops is my favorite fossil, one of my favorite fossil Pokemon, because I remembered Aurorus.
That's fair. These are both our personal tier lists. I will be putting this thing back where it came from, but like at the very top. Like I don't hate it. It's just there because I can't justify putting it to work or anywhere else.
I'm sure I could find something for it to do for work. Aerodactyl went extinct for a reason.
It did go extinct for a reason, and it can go back extinct for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the Mega Aerodactyls alone, out of sight, out of mind. They can, yeah. Snorlax, though.
Snorlax is kind of a threat to the natural ecosystem.
Really is. They can go back, and I don't want to see them on Route 22 on the docks.
Fair. I don't think I'd put them super low on put it back where it came from, because I do think it's cute.
It's more bearable than a Weedle for me.
Yeah. It's a bit of a menace. Articuno is my favorite of the birds. I'd have to keep it as an outside pet, but I would love it.
It is 5 feet tall, so that means it has a wingspan of roughly 10 feet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would be... I guess they would be near the top of outside pets.
Mm-hmm. Very regal, very beautiful.
Zapdos, however, I feel is more of a menace than all the other birds. Like, calling down thunder is more of an issue than being more cold.
Yeah. I'd probably put it back where it came from, because I don't know if you can put it to work. It's more bearable than Weedle, though.
I'm gonna put, like, Zapdos at the bottom of outside pet, along with Moltres, probably, because same reason as Zapdos.
Fair.
They're just a little too dangerous to have around, but I do like them a lot. And I'm sure they're smart enough to know what not to do. It's just that they are considerably a threat.
Yeah. Dratini and Dragonair. Dratini is baby.
It is baby.
Dragonair is one of my favorites.
They're getting treats whenever they want, but I'm putting them around the Growlithes. Because they're not quite dog, but they are dragon puppy.
They're a dragon puppy. Dragonite? I'd probably put them to work. Because you see in the anime where they deliver mail, they carry around people. They're very friendly.
They are very friendly. And apparently they're as smart as people, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put Dragonite at the top of put them to work. Because Dragonite is cool. It's neat. It's a friend. It wants to be friends.
It reminds me of what's it called? Dudley the Dragon, if you ever remember that old show.
Dudley the Dragon. Whoops. Whoa. I don't remember this show.
It's very, very, very old.
From 1993. That's the year I was born.
Oh wow, that's not the year I was born. That was no, that was before. I don't remember. So I was watching reruns when I was a youngling, but this is like, wait, my brain's not functioning, so I don't remember when before and after is. Like, the words before and after just aren't registering in my head right now. That's how bad it is.
If you were born in 1994, this show came out before you
So
were
this is
born.
before me. This is before me.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely see the resemblance. Big belly.
It's just the vibes. Like, Dudley the Dragon is a very nice, kind dragon.
Yeah. I could argue that I could put Dragonite an outside pet.
I would too, but again, it would want to be working.
That's what makes it such a hard decision to make. I guess put them to work doesn't necessarily mean that you hate them.
No, it's just, yeah.
Because there's a lot of Pokemon here that you just have to put them there.
Yeah. It is
Very
a
fair.
special tier.
Yeah. Mewtwo is also a threat. It should not exist.
It can go back. It can go at the very bottom of put the... I'm almost tempted to put it into the Slugma Swirly because of how mean it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, rightfully so, it hates people, but at the same time, like, it should not be that mean.
No, it will stay at the bottom of put that thing back where it came from, or so help me, and it will... Nothing else will be at the bottom rather than it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure it also wants to be put back where it came from.
Oh, yeah.
Mew, however, I can go, like, really near the top of Treats on Command.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mew is adorable. I love, from the first movie, how it's just making the bubbles and just bouncing on them. It is the cutest thing.
Very cute. I'm still not going to put it above my Vulpixes, though, because I really like my little foxes.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
Like, it's hard to beat. That's, like, all of Gen 1, and it took us 2.5 hours.
That's AI art. I fucking hate AI art. That did take us a bit. I mean, we did yap about them at the start for a bit, so... I think if we just fix the pacing a bit...
Yeah, I mean, there's also a lot of original Pokemon here. Gens 2 and 3 have a lot less original Pokemon, a lot of reused stuff, so I'm sure it'll be faster.
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait until we get a Pokemon in Slugma Swirly, though, because nothing has been that atrocious yet.
I mean, if I were to look through them, I could make an argument for some of them. But, you know, we'll get there when we get there.
You shouldn't...
Slugma Swirly is a very severe tier to put something in.
It is. This is...
You have to hate it with a passion.
You would not need to have to make an argument for this thing. You would just hate it with every fiber of your being. When I made this tier, like that tier, it's reserved strictly for like 2 Pokemon off the top of my head, and they're the same thing. People know I hate them, but yeah. Thanks, Anna, for like joining me on this.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Let me know when you want to continue it. It should save if I leave the webpage, right?
It should save. Huh? I do think if I have time, we might try this again next Sunday if you have time.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, thank you, Anna's chat and my chat, for hanging around and checking out our tier list. I don't have any links that you could do this on your own, but all the words are there, and there is a Gens 1 through 9 tier list on Tier Maker that you can go check out. Just replace it all with your own words and have fun if you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
Until next time.
It will take you a while.
Yeah, it will take a while. Have a great time, everyone. I'll see you next time.
Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to Lance. Show him love, show him support. He deserves it.
Thank you. You should totally do the same for Anna.
He's a very cool cactus. I like him. Very chill as well. We always appreciate that. But yeah, I will see you guys actually in a couple of hours when I start streaming Monster Hunter. I think I'm gonna need to take a nap before that though.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll be doing a stream tomorrow at 11 EST with Kaiju. We're playing more Rain World.
Ooh. I will definitely stop by to check that out.
Nice. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's super stressful for me though, so I can't play way too much.
Oh, absolutely. I get that. Well, I hope you all have a good day. I will see you later. Kid with the gas mask, I will talk to you in my Discord about trying to help you out with your stream. We'll see if we can figure that out.
Hey, bye guys.
Bye-bye!